Hey, this is GemmyD's on Cars.
Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. This is my second edition of the 0 to 60 news, and today we're going to be talking all about the 2017 Geneva Auto Show, which was this week in Geneva, Switzerland. Now, this is widely known as one of the best car shows of the year. You have Paris and New York, but I think Geneva is where most of the new cars are unveiled. So I'm going to go over my top 10 of my favorite cars from there. From 10 down to 6, I'll just kind of skim over them, but number 5 to 1, I'll kind of go a little more in depth. Okay, number 10 is the Range Rover Velar. Now, Range Rover is doing a thing where they have a bunch of different sizes, and you kind of pick which one you want. Now, you have the Evoque, and then I think you have this Velar that just came out. It's starting at $50,000. It's built on the same chassis as a Jaguar F-Pace. Then you have the Range Rover Sport, and then your normal Range Rover, which is huge. But it's kind of like a Goldilocks situation. You kind of pick what you want. But I think it's very good looking. Number 9 is the Honda Civic Type R. Now, I know somebody who's getting one of these, so I like it. It's got a 306 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder, and it looks crazy. I mean, it's got scoops and wings, and there's the 3 little exhaust tips in the back. I mean, it looks absolutely crazy. I think you can get it in a 4-door or like a 5-door hatch, but very excited for this car. Honda hasn't had a Civic Type R for a couple years, and it's going to be awesome. So I might be getting a chance to go up close and personal with that one. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, number 8 is the Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo, which is basically the wagon version of the Porsche Panamera. Now, the second generation Panamera is beautiful. I mean, the first one was kind of not really that good looking, but now they have fixed it, and I think it's a very good looking car. But this is the wagon version. They call it a Sport Turismo. We are getting it in the US. It starts at $96,000, so it's not exactly cheap, but it's got a whole bunch of technology. There is a turbo hybrid version, which is the 550 horsepower V8 of the turbo Panamera, plus some electric motors for 680 horsepower. I mean, that is just crazy. There are so many cars with such crazy horsepower numbers coming out these days. It's just wild. I can't believe, or I can't imagine what it's going to be like in a couple of years. Okay, number 7 is the Volvo XC60. Now, this is interesting to me for a couple of reasons. When my wife goes to buy a car, or when we go to buy a car in a couple of years, I would strongly consider this. It looks like a baby version of the XC90, which I will be driving soon. I have a friend who has one who's letting me drive it. But they have 2-liter turbo engines, 2-liter turbo 4, 254 horsepower, and it goes incrementally up from there. You can get 254, 320 horsepower, or 407 horsepower for a mid-size luxury sedan. Swedish sedan, SUV, but I think it looks awesome. Okay, number 6 is the Pagani Huayra Roadster. Now, this car is $2.4 million, and they're only making 100 of them, which are already sold out. So it's super exclusive, very low production run. Has a 6-liter twin-turbo V12 AMG engine. I mean, Pagani, their cars are absolutely beautiful. I think they have the nicest interiors of any car that's on sale today. Pagani and another company I'll be talking about soon, Pagani and Koenigsegg, are basically 2 men who started their own companies, and now they're killing it, basically. They're dominating. I mean, they're doing whatever they want. It's ultra niche car makers that are building beautiful, powerful cars. 754 horsepower. I mean, bare carbon fiber. The one in the pictures is blue. I'm going to be putting some pictures up here, but absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't have the gull-wing doors like the normal Huayra coupe does, but you can't do that with a Roadster. But this thing is absolutely beautiful. Okay, number 5 is the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. It's very Italian. Now, this car has been in some controversy lately because supposedly it broke the record of the Nürburgring as the fastest time at 6:52.01, which was 5 seconds faster than the Porsche 918 Spider. And I don't understand how it's so much faster than a 918. That car's got 887 horsepower. This car's got 630 horsepower. I don't understand how it is so fast, but it's crazy looking. It's got a nice, they call it forged carbon fiber wing. It's beautiful. I like it. I mean, the normal Huracan, it's a nice car. I'm a Ferrari guy. We all know that, but I like it. I think the forged carbon fiber is something different that Lamborghini's doing that is pretty cool. So that's number 5. Okay, number 4 is the Koenigsegg Regera. Now, like I said with Pagani and Koenigsegg are doing their own thing, and they're absolutely killing it. This car has 1,500, like 1,500 horsepower from a twin turbo V8 and 3 electric motors. Christian von Koenigsegg, the creator of the company, he came up with this system. It's called Koenigsegg Direct Drive. I mean, this car basically does not have a transmission. It's just a fixed gear, a single gear. It goes from 0 to, I mean, I think the top speed is like 248. I mean, absolutely mind-blowing, crazy technology. I think the thing is beautiful. I mean, it's the one at the show has the exposed green carbon fiber, and I mean, it's crazy. It actually has full carbon fiber wheels too. So Pagani and Koenigsegg are killing it. Okay, number 3, near and dear to my heart, the Ferrari 812 Superfast. Now this car has a 800 horsepower V12. They say it's the most powerful production Ferrari because the LaFerrari, which has 963 horsepower, that was not your normal production car. That was like a limited edition, hypercar. But I like the look of this car. It kind of improves on what the F12 and the F12 TDF were doing, but it just looks a little busy to me. They introduced the 4 round headlights in the back now. It used to only just have one on each side, and I don't know. It looks a little busy. My number 1 car from this show is kind of changing my perspective on how cars are looking, but this car, it looks good. It's got a front engine V12. I mean, 800 horsepower. You can't go wrong. The interior is nice, but after I talk about the number 1, this car, I don't want to say it's like an afterthought, but this is the main unveiling for Ferrari at the Geneva Auto Show, and I like it. I'm more a fan of the 488 line, the lower mid-engine V8 cars. I'm not going to turn away a front-engine V12, but I like it. The F12 TDF is kind of still in my mind. That car was only out for a little bit, and this one has already come out, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, number 2 is the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which this car in production, or in concept form, was called the Nebula, which I thought was a way cooler name, but the Valkyrie name keeps the V for their flagship cars. You had the Vanquish, you had the Virage. What else is there? But anyway, their highest horsepower car always starts with the V name. Now, this car is developed with Red Bull Racing, and the guy that works on Red Bull Racing, who is the absolute master of aerodynamics, is Adrian Newey, and he designed this car. I mean, I'm showing the picture, but look. The car has such visible body lines. If you're looking under the car, I mean, there's no car on sale today that looks like it. You see all the air flowing through the underneath of the car, and it's like nothing we've ever seen before. I'm thinking aero is the new performance. Is the new way to make cars even faster, and this car is going to have 1,000 horsepower V12, so it's going to be absolutely bonkers. Alright, now, number 1. My number 1 favorite car from the Geneva Auto Show is the McLaren 720S. Now, this car, I was absolutely blown away when I saw this. I'm a Ferrari guy. I will always be a Ferrari guy, but this is the first McLaren that I truly lust after. I thought when I saw it, I was like, man, that is absolutely beautiful. I think it's the best looking McLaren since the F1 of the early 90s. I mean, the P1 is a good looking car. Absolutely crazy technology, powertrain, performance, but this car, I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the side profile that kind of looks like an F1. Maybe I'll put some pictures back to back, but this makes the point again, like the Valkyrie, that aerodynamics are the new way to make your cars faster. Now this car has a 4-liter twin turbo V8, 710 horsepower, but when you look at the car, it doesn't have any visible, side air intakes because the door itself, the gull-wing doors, when you pop them up, you can see there's a little vein within the door where the air goes in and out. I mean, it's like no other car. The design of this car is like no other has no other aerodynamics like it. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. This car is a replacement for the 650 series, which was the 650, and then the 675 LT, which was awesome. I like that one better than the 650, but this car pretty much blew my mind, basically, and that's why it's my favorite one from this auto show. It has, on the inside, it has the dash that goes down, and it'll show your track, your basic telemetrics on the dash. But I think that's kind of gimmicky, but it's kind of cool. Also, it has a light over the engine cover too for night, which I don't quite understand, but it's kind of cool. Gets people talking about it. But the airflow also goes through they call them eye sockets, like through the air. It goes underneath the eye, underneath the headlight assembly itself. The air goes underneath and then up too. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's like the 812 Superfast that I was talking about. That's kind of like an afterthought, because all I was thinking about was the 720S. I mean, McLaren is gonna kick some butt with this one. I don't understand. I don't see why this car could not be faster than the Huracan Performante. It's got almost 100 more horsepower. Aerodynamics are there. So we'll see what that thing can do on the track. So that's my list for the top 10 favorite cars of the Geneva Auto Show. Hope you enjoy this video. If this is the first time you've seen my channel, please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.